Hey folks, welcome to another purposeful, joyful learning day. This is Chaitanya Kundi. I am a data analytics coach and the co-founder of Swachh Data Analytics Hub. I am on a mission to help 1 million young working professionals achieve career growth by learning the skills of data science and data analytics. These days, we often hear the words AI and ML and sometimes the word deep learning. We know that AI stands for artificial intelligence, ML for machine learning. How are these disciplines different or are they same? And if these disciplines are different, what is the relation between these three disciplines when it comes to developing the intelligence that can mimic humans? In a subsequent video, I will explain the key differences between these three disciplines and also how they complement one another. In this video, we will learn about artificial intelligence in as simple language as possible. So when it comes to artificial intelligence, I found a book, Machine Learning for Dummies, that provides a very simple and clear understanding of how AI originated. The book says that Alan Turing, who is considered the father of computational science, he wrote a paper in 1950. The paper was titled Computer Machinery and Intelligence. The gist of the paper was that Turing questioned, can machines think? And it is this question that started the birth and evolution of AI as we know it today. Can machines think? This question prompted scientists to develop games. One of the games, it was called as an imitation game. The game consisted of 3 players. Player A was a human. He was kept in one room. Player B was a machine, kept totally out of view and out of knowledge of player A. And player C, which is again a human, was kept out of reach of the other 2 players A and B. There were certain tasks that the scientists made player A or player B perform. That is, the task was performed by a human, player A, or a machine, player B. However, player C, who was out of reach of these 2 players, had to identify whether the task was performed by a machine or by a human. And if player C could not identify correctly whether the task was performed by a machine, and it happened multiple times, it simply meant the machine has succeeded in the ability to think like humans. And that's how AI, thought of AI and evolution of AI started. So, simple question is, can machines think like humans? So the definition of AI, which a layman can understand, is artificial intelligence is nothing but systems or machines that can mimic human intelligence to perform tasks. These tasks can be simple tasks, these tasks can be complex tasks. Whether a machine can do these tasks as intelligently as humans, and also whether a machine can improve its decision-making ability and its ability to perform the task based on the feedback it is getting. So we call it iterative improvement of the machine without human supervision. So what is the purpose of AI? To replicate and simulate human intelligence without the supervision of humans, and maybe even better than what humans do. Now, artificial intelligence is an interdisciplinary science, and machine learning and deep learning are part of it. What is the exact difference? We will learn later. However, we can understand in basic terms that artificial intelligence is anything that helps machines leverage human intelligence for learning, perception, and interaction in a level of complexity which is far surpassing the human level. And ML, which is what AI uses towards its purpose. So ML consists of a series of programs that will help the computer perform specific tasks without having to write many codes and without human supervision. Deep learning again is a part of machine learning, wherein in deep learning, the machine learns from the hidden patterns obtained from the data and combines these hidden patterns to build much more efficient decision-making rules. So it tries to improve upon the program without human supervision based on certain patterns it identifies in the data. That's about the basic understanding of machine learning. Coming again to artificial intelligence and its evolution, there is a very popular book, Artificial Intelligence, A Modern Approach, in which the authors Stuart Russell and Peter Norvig suggest 4 different approaches that have historically defined the AI. Initially, it was the human approach. So, thinking normally like humans or mimicking the thought process of humans by the machine. Then similarly, acting on that. The first 2 approaches are thinking humanly and acting humanly. Thinking and mimicking human beings in thoughts and action. Then there is something called ideal approach, wherein the machines are taught to think rationally and act rationally. That is maybe sometimes better than what a human can do. Now, there are some other research papers that say that AI has developed and evolved based on 4 different approaches. And these approaches are, first is the development of reactive machines. Now the reactive machines can perform tasks using the intelligence and they can react to the world in front of them, but they cannot store the memory. They do not improve upon their decision-making ability based on past experiences or past patterns. So examples are the IBM Deep Blue computer that was developed in the late 90s to beat the then existing chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov. In that computer, the chess moves, chess rules, and chess openings and various other games were fed into the computer, but the computer did not have past memory of how the opponent is playing and how to adapt its moves based on that. It did not have that. So it was a reactive machine. It was the first step in the process of developing AI machine. Similarly, Google's AlphaGo is also a similar type of game that is reactive. It doesn't have past memory. Now, the second evolution, sequential evolution, is the development of limited memory machines that have the ability to store previous data and then prediction. So not only reacting based on the intelligence, but also reacting based on the past and identifying the clues, what should come next. So when a team continuously trains a model and helps it analyze and utilize the data it is generating, then we are now into the next step, that is machines that can have memory and can take actions based on the past memory. For example, reinforced learning. So learning to make better predictions through repeated trial and error. Like for example, in credit card companies, these systems are being employed in systems to detect fraud. So the systems not only have some standard instructions fed into them, they also react based on their past data and improve their decision-making or fraud detection capability. One of the other examples we can take is RNN, recurrent neural networks. It also uses sequential data to take information from prior inputs and influence the future output. Now, the future of AI, which has not yet come into picture, but which is under development, it is the stage 3, that is theory of mind. So what is theory of mind? It is the premise that other living beings, other humans have thoughts and emotions, and these two affect the behavior and decision. So can a machine, through its artificial intelligence, understand how the humans and other animals or machines can feel, and based on their feelings, they can make decisions through self-reflection. And in a way, these machines can also learn that. So understanding the thinking and feeling nature of humans and accordingly making the decision. That is what theory of mind. It is the next stage. It has not been achieved, or maybe achieved in 1 or 2 stray developments, but not been commercially developed till now. The fourth one, at the highest level of artificial intelligence, which we often see in movies such as Terminator 2, it is the machine which has self-awareness. So not only that it is a reactive machine or has the memory based on which it is reacting, or an ability to identify the human's feelings and decision-making capabilities based on the feeling. Now it can independently be self-aware of its own self. So not only it relies on human researchers, it also will have an ability to think on its own and perform the actions best suited to achieve the outcome. Now, these two things, like theory of mind and the self-reflecting machines, are of the future, and maybe in another 20 to 30 years, we will be able to see them commonly in our everyday life. There is another understanding about the various types of AI in some of the books and papers. So we will just briefly go into that type, which also is similar to these four approaches, but the language is different. So basically, they talk about weak AI or narrow AI and strong AI. So what is weak AI? According to them, it's not a weak artificial intelligence or weak systems. It is basically artificial intelligence focused on a specific task. Like we take the example of Google's uh, vehicles, automated vehicles, or let's say Amazon's Alexa. So these are specific purpose developed machines, and they can be understood as narrow machines. And then again, strong AI. So whatever we learned about the third and fourth stage of AI development, that is theory of mind and self-awareness, in this language, they talk about this as strong AI. So strong AI, again, artificial general intelligence, AGI, and artificial super intelligence, ASI. So AGI basically is about theory of mind machines that can understand the feelings and decision making coming from those feelings of other humans, and then can mimic it. And super intelligence that can develop their own self-aware capabilities, which is the fourth stage of AI we just now talked. So guys, these are some of the terms and concepts being developed and being understood in the world of artificial intelligence. So hope you like this video and have understood a bit better what is this AI and how is it affecting our lives. Happy learning. Thank you.